Good evening, everyone. This is my first time posting here. The other day, I heard a scary story from someone I know, and I'd like to share it with you. The original poster, bursting with the urge to write this, is basically told by the thread members. Well, this is the perfect place for that, so let's get started. There's a friend of mine I'll call N. This N is really into dating apps. Whenever he found a girl he liked on one, he'd send her messages and sometimes meet up in person. One day, as usual, N was using a dating app and came across a girl who was exactly his type. She was on the petite side, had black hair, a sort of neat and clean vibe, but apparently had a D-cup chest. He messaged her right away and arranged a meetup, and she said okay almost immediately. So, N went to the meeting spot, and the girl from the photos actually showed up. If you're used to these kinds of dating apps, there are times when the person looks nothing like their photos, so N was secretly thrilled that she really did look just like the pictures. He thought that asking her to go straight to a hotel would probably freak her out, so he tried to be considerate. He asked something like, "Where do you want to go? Are you hungry?" But she just shook her head without saying a word. N wondered if maybe she was shy, but at the same time, he started feeling a little uneasy about her. Then she tugged on N's sleeve, like she wanted him to follow her somewhere. He thought, I wonder what she's up to, and followed her. Before he knew it, they'd arrived at a brand new looking love hotel. At that point, N finally got it. He figured she was too embarrassed to say out loud that she wanted to go to a hotel, so she'd let him there. The hotel's front desk wasn't one of those automated check-in machines, there was an actual person there. They got the room key, and the two of them entered the room hand in hand. By now, the people reading this thread are picking up on something. Everyone's curious about how this will turn out. Once they were in the room, the girl silently headed into the shower. N found it strange, but he also thought, maybe she's too shy to speak, and just waited for her to come out. But even after 30 minutes, she still didn't come out. He perked up his ears, and sure enough, he could hear the shower running. He thought, wow, she's taking forever. After about an hour passed, N decided that something was definitely off, and even though he felt guilty about it, he peeked in. He slowly opened the door. The shower was still running, water spraying everywhere, yet there was absolutely no one inside. N thought maybe she had managed to slip out without him noticing. Feeling unsettled, he went down to the front desk and asked the person there, "Do you know what happened to the girl who came in with me a while ago?" The front desk clerk gave him a puzzled look and said, "Sir, you came in alone." At this point, the people on the thread are getting goosebumps, and some are launching into lively talk about love hotels, but the op continues the story. At first, N couldn't process what the front desk clerk meant. After all, he definitely met the girl, gone to the room together, and there were still messages on his phone from their back and forth leading up to that meeting. How could they say he was alone? "No, I was with a girl," N insisted. He kept pressing the issue so much that the front desk clerk, apparently getting fed up, said, "Then let's check the security camera footage." They went to review the footage, and sure enough, it showed only N. There was absolutely no one else with him. He was clearly entering the hotel all by himself. Even so, he just couldn't accept what had happened that day, so he showed the front desk clerk the photo of the girl he'd arranged to meet on the dating app. The clerk's face changed color and said something like, "Oh no, again?" It turns out that this new-looking hotel was actually a renovation of an older hotel that had, let's say, a bit of a dark history. There had been an incident there that never became public. At this revelation, some thread members can't help but let out a scream, yet their reactions are also warming up the atmosphere of the thread. Apparently, a woman in her early 20s had met a man via a dating app and they'd come to this hotel. There, inside the hotel bathroom, she was stabbed all over her body and had her throat slashed, and she died. When the front desk clerk saw the photo of the girl on N's phone, he realized she was the very same woman who had been killed here. Which would mean that this woman, unaware of the fact that she'd been murdered, was still using the dating app even after becoming a ghost. Who knows, maybe you, too, might run into her on some dating app someday.